How's it going, you guys? Connor with Caliber Whips, and today in this video we're going to be talking about how to install a brass concho onto the heel knot of a whip. Now this method is going to be very simple to do. All it involves basically is drilling a hole into the 1/4-inch steel rod and then inserting the end of the brass concho into it, making sure it's epoxied and tightly in place. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is drill a small hole into the heel knot of my whip. Alright, so we have finished drilling the hole into our whip. I made the little end on this brass concho shorter. However, it does fit quite nicely, but to make sure it doesn't really go anywhere, I've taken some epoxy right here, and I've got the 2 beads. And what I'm going to do is take my paper clip here, and I'm just going to mix them together. And I'm just going to put a very small amount right into the heel of the whip. Just let it drop, fall right in. Perfect. And now what I'm going to do is just press that in and really crank on that down, just like that. Now, luckily for us, the brass concho itself, the hole diameter was perfect to fit the lip of it nice and snug. So it's not really going to go anywhere. However, it would be ideal if we had something to anchor it, which is why we use the epoxy. So what I'm going to do now is get some Dacron cord, and I'm going to start tying it around the base of the brass concho, so it's more flush with the whip itself. Well, there we go. We have finished the Turk's Knot foundation for this particular whip. I put some epoxy around the edges, and I'm going to smooth it out when it kind of hardens a little bit. But there we go. The main takeaway today is to make sure that when you have a brass concho such as this, make sure you drill deep enough into the steel rod to make sure that both components, whether or not it's the screw that would normally screw in, or if it's the lip of the actual concho itself, make sure that all fits in. And when you go to attach the foundation onto the whip and then you go to roll it, because I rolled this and smoothed it out, you want to keep in mind that you don't roll too hard, because what will happen is sometimes these strands or whatever you have will actually work this out of the whip itself. So you want to be careful making sure that doesn't pop out. But on top of that, make sure you give this a slight roll and put some screws or nails into the foundation to keep it from going anywhere. These are the particular tacks that I like to use. These will just keep, you can kind of see it poking through the electrical tape after I rolled it, but basically this will help keep the foundation held in one place as it's being used, because if we don't have these here, over time, the Turk's knot itself, the heel knot, will actually work its way off of the whip. And we don't want that. So make sure that when you finish attaching your foundation, you go through and tack it in place. And then I just put a little bit of electrical tape on the heel knot to kind of smooth it out. I know some people aren't a big fan of electrical tape. I think it's fine in the heel knot, just not in the thong of the whip. I don't think electrical tape is good there. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as check out my second channel, and also check out these 2 videos as well. So with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.